Scarpins Avenue.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Sklarbro Country, the virus edition, aka the Pandy Pods, aka Two Dudes, One Attitude,
aka there were so many AKAs from Twitter, and I don't have them.
There were some really good ones, not from Twitter, but from
the feed and in general.
We didn't do a good job of this. We did not do a good job of getting ready for this because there's a lot.
AKA Two Fellows, No Saul, Bellows.
That loved it. That was the one I was thinking.
That was a solid one.
Two Mellow Fellows, No Saul, Bellows. That's pretty good.
I like it.
Yeah, that's good. We are here.
Two shakes, no takes. Two takes, no shakes.
Yeah, we are here because this has been one hell of a weekend. One hell of a
I know.
week.
So we record on Friday and for Monday. So the episode that dropped as we're recording this now for Tuesday, we go one day ahead. Obviously, we could not have possibly. We had an inkling that things were going to go
right,
down.
and things were bad at the end of last week, but this weekend just took such another turn. And I mean, we're excited. We're glad that we have this platform where we can talk about how we feel about this stuff. My kids who, and I posted this on Instagram, who sometimes my youngest daughter, it's impossible to get her to do any homework. Like she's up till 1 a.m. trying to get her, please, did you do your, they made signs. My daughters both made signs on Friday and went down to the fence down around the lake where we are in Silver Lake, put them up. Someone ripped down the signs. Someone ripped down all their signs the night before, which they were so pissed. And then they made signs again. They made a bunch, and those signs are still up, and more people made, and it was like a community of signs of people saying, like, look, this is not the way we want it to be in the future. And those are 12, almost 13, almost 15-year-old girls. And yes, they're white girls, but I mean, look, as a family whose mom's family went through the Holocaust and the help that she got from their family got from Christian farmers who hid them and brought food out to them. And we all need to help each other out, no matter who it is.
Yeah, the strength grows as the coalition grows against.
Yeah, we're not sitting here saying we understand what people of color go through. We don't. But what we do understand is how important it is for all of us to be together and stand together and let everybody know. All of our friends of color, all of our friends who have been, marginalized in some way. If we all stand together, we can marginalize the racism. We can marginalize the assholes in this country who want to keep everybody else down. That's what we need to do.
And we can separate, we can expose the nuance of the situation. So this is what I'm most upset about after watching a weekend of protests and looting and rioting on top of the looting. So for people to say, oh, the looters and the rioters are the same as the protesters is the most small-minded.
Well, it just misses the point.
Well, no, what it is it's like it's like your grandfather or an old white guy looking at like a high level, let's say black, CEO of a company or someone who's like in workout clothes and saying like, look at that thug. Well, that guy probably makes more than you've ever made in your life. That guy probably has a higher education than you've ever had in your life. That guy, that's you painting a broad brush and saying, well, just because the color of skin. So the same thing is happening overall with the riots and with the demonstrations. Because if you watch all these, there are a lot of moments, and I say kudos to Twitter for pointing them out, and kudos to some of these places for saying, hey, there were a lot of peaceful moments in all of these demonstrations. There were a lot of times where cops kneeled on one knee along with protesters. There are a lot of situations where
the Flint, Michigan
cop is to me
greatest
one of the
thing ever.
So that moment you saw the power and the healing of the reach out and the
of
connection.
A peaceful protest and a message reaching the other side.
So contrast that with our president, who hasn't come out and said anything. Contrast that with his first tweet out of his first tweet out of the quote unquote bunker was those weren't white supremacy. Like his first tweet is a defensive tweet defending white supremacy. So you understand now like why we're in a situation where, but you saw the Flint, Michigan cop in a second say, I laid down my baton. My helmet's down. Where are we walking? We want to walk with you.
Let's make this a parade.
We want to walk with you. The second he said that, you could feel the eruption and the lack of conflict. It just melted away.
Yeah.
So there is, usually in most of these protests, what's happened.
By the way, Flint, Michigan isn't like Deerfield, Illinois.
No.
Flint, Michigan is a hard place.
It's a
that's
tough
dealt
place
with a
where
lot
people-
of stuff.
and there's a lot of poverty. There's a lot of intensity.
There's a lot of anger over potable drinking water and all that stuff. So the fact that like that community and those cops could get together in that instance is an example of how it is.
It should just tell you that there is a way. There is a way through this. There is, I think, a positive outcome that can come, or at least a step in the right direction that can come from all of this, even this difficultness. And
I say, go listen to Killer Mike's speech. It was unbelievable. Unbelievable speech. Killer Mike was just
from Run the Jewels.
Run the Jewels. His speech was fantastic. And he talked about what people need to do. Stay at home, strategize, organize, strategize, mobilize, go into your ballot boxes in November, whether you mail them in or you go in the ballot box, and go beat up your politicians then. If people can't do the change that you want, go in there and beat them up.
Put the right people in.
That's right. That's right.
I do applaud your kids, by the way, and I do think that there's something to be said for
a future of kids who don't want to put up with this BS anymore.
Yep.
And that's it. And that's what we need to raise. There are kids who actually love and respect everybody from the get-go. If you do something to cause them to disrespect you, then that's on you.
Yeah, through
But
your
you
actions.
start at a point where it's like, this is another human being. I respect this human being no matter who he or she is.
Yeah,
it's that simple.
And it feels like, we're saying obvious things, and we're stating
whatever.
The obvious.
This is just what we feel in this moment, and this is why we have this thing. Is it's a platform to speak, and I know we try and give you guys a little bit of a break, and this is not really giving that break, but it needed to be said. We needed to speak that right now in this moment, right
Agreed.
here. All right, should we jump into a story?
Let's do a story. Yeah, let's try and this is a minor distraction from the madness.
We try and do this and get ready for one of the nuttiest stories you are going to hear during these insane times. There is no correct way to jump into this except with both feet, so here we go. For more than 40 years, a Wisconsin bar has hosted something it calls Smut and Eggs every Saturday and Sunday morning. If you're going to a bar in the morning,
which, by the way, I haven't heard the term smut in a long time.
Exactly.
Was that?
It just sounds dirty,
but it's like dirty material.
Dirty material. Well, here's what it is, which gives its customers the opportunity to eat reasonably priced breakfast specials. No way that's good.
No.
While watching hardcore porn in a room full of bleary-eyed semi-strangers. Okay?
Is this what people want? You want to hear the sound of someone eating while you're watching porn?
So who has ever said that these scrambled eggs would be much more enjoyable if I could watch a woman and a horse get it on while eating them?
I don't know, but it does.
Gives new meaning to the term sunny side up. Yeah, those are runny yolks.
God. I don't understand this.
Why porn? Like, why?
Well, so this guy, Gene Bennett, said, why porn? Why not? Gene Bennett,
I say why porn, period.
The now late owner of Bennett's Meadowwood Country Club, told Madison News outlet several years ago, in this moment, you really can't argue with the guy. Why not? If he wants to do it, and they're all adults in there.
But is it a country club?
It's not a country club.
Okay.
Who is going to be offended by that? And if you are going to a bar for eggs in the morning, then you should expect to see some facial shots
in
the process.
I guess.
You know what I mean? If you're going to the bar in the morning, you can't complain about what is being shown on the TVs if you're going to a bar in the morning.
I like his openness.
I love this old guy. It's better than a gay bar. You can put that in the fucking paper if you want. Okay, now I hate him.
Now we hate the guy.
Now I hate him.
Now
I hate Gene Bennett.
Now I couldn't want more hate to rain down all over this dude.
I take back every nice thing I just said, one paragraph up above. Despite his name, the name, like you said, Jay, Bennett's is not a country club. It's a bar down the street from a couple of auto body shops and an HVAC repair company with a brick chimney and a what is it? A cupola that are at slightly odds with the Heilemann's old style beer. So it looks like a German beer hall type of thing.
Yeah. Got it.
Celebrating 40 years of porn in the morn. That's what the banner said. That was once casually draped underneath the windows. Is that something you want to? Yeah, no one thought it was a country club. There are no country.
It feels like a gay bar. Like when you think about it,
it does. Like
heavily fortified brick window thing. I mean,
celebrating 40 years of porn in the morning.
that's
Since gay bars, when we lived in New York, we lived across the street from. It lived in Chelsea, which was a very gay neighborhood, and there were tons of gay bars, and that to me feels like what would be hanging up in the Rawhide.
The Rawhide and then the Manhole.
Or the Manhole and GGG. That was right across the street from where we lived. Yeah. This feels like all the signage and all the stuff that would go on during there.
Absolutely.
It's not a country club.
No.
Okay. So yes, from 6 a.m. till noon on weekends, Bennett shows a curated assortment of skin flicks from its own 8,000-hour collection. 8,000 hours of porn feels like way too much porn. Who can watch all that?
If 4,000 video or 4,500, 6,000 videos.
Right. If you said 500 hours,
I guess pornos are not longer than an hour. I don't know.
If you said 500 hours of porn, I would have said that's a lot of porn. Right. You own 500 hours of porn. I'd be like, that's a lot of porn.
You have a lot.
Right? But 8,000 hours of porn, in my opinion, is wasteful.
Yes.
Isn't that wasteful?
It's stupid.
There's no way anyone is enjoying all 8,000 hours.
It's
shame
dumb.
on you.
It's dumb. It's like saying this is better than any gay bar.
I would expect more from a gay bar country club like yours.
Yes,
Bennett.
agreed.
It has previously specified that it doesn't air men-on-men pornography. Oh, I thought this was a gay bar.
Oh, yeah.
Is that why it was? It doesn't do that?
So they have to clearly state that. They really want to be careful.
And it serves menu items with the names like Egg Benedict. And it's fine. It's all fine. And it's covered by the bar's entertainment establishment license. Eggs Benedict sounds like, again, the type of meal that a gay bar would put at brunch.
It really does.
Fine.
Like the more you try to separate yourself from the appearance
judgment
that you're a gay bar.
No judgment.
Look, and we'd probably support you more
if you were a gay bar. I'd be supporting you more. But on Sunday afternoon in late January, before we were all torn away from our favorite dives from hell, the contagion known as the coronavirus, Bennett hosted what was described as an all-female review. But some of the attendees described it as a sex show.
So he had a live sex show in this place.
To which management, some of the attendees described it as a sex show, to which management said, shh.
Got you.
It's an all-female review. Regardless of the Isthmus reported that the show featured 3 female strippers who crawled across the bar, allowed the customers to lick whipped cream off their bodies, and would take paying guests behind a tarp for private dance lessons. Behind a tarp,
behind a tarp just
sounds like the dirtiest thing I've ever heard. She took him behind the tarp. And no good comes from that.
Like
then
that's
COVID
the modern day version of took him to the woodshed, but took him behind the tarp.
Okay, that is dirtier than all 8,000 hours of porn that this guy owns. Behind the tarp. Behind the Tarp should be the name of a documentary about strippers in Wisconsin.
Yes.
Behind the Tarp. It's like Beyond the Mat.
Beyond the Mat, behind the tarp.
At the time, the bar manager said it was legal for the bar to host a live show because it had a burlesque license, but the city says that kind of license isn't a thing in Madison. We have a burlesque license. That is not a thing.
Is it a burlesque license that you printed up?
Yeah.
Off the internet?
Well, we have a license.
Okay.
You want to check it?
Yeah, no, I have no doubt that you have one. This is what the city of Madison said. Yeah, that doesn't mean anything.
Good that you have that.
Right.
Those 3 strippers could cost.
It's like having an itty bitty titty committee membership card.
Right.
Doesn't mean anything. You can print it up.
Those 3 strippers could cost Bennett its ability to serve booze, screen porn flicks, or both. See, Bennett's got greedy.
He got greedy.
You had to have the sex show, which licking stuff off of a stripper right before.
You had your porn and eggs.
By the way, right before coronavirus, that is a super spreader if I've ever heard one.
It is.
That is the definition of a super spreader. It's a super spreader.
Super spreader event.
They couldn't just let it be eggs and open legs.
Yep.
You know what I mean? They had to bring on the live stuff. Like, who was mad?
Hash and ass.
Hash.
Couldn't do that. They couldn't bring that out.
That should have been the name of the porn brunch. Hash and ass would have been
Bagels
great.
and boobs.
On Wednesday, Madison's Alcohol License Review Committee, ALRC, reluctantly recommended, that's in quotes, the renewal of it. So they renewed it, but they reluctantly renewed Bennett's alcohol and adult entertainment license under the condition that it doesn't ever repeat what they did, the live performance. And we call that a slap on the wrist, a very naughty slap on the wrist.
Yeah,
but according to Wisconsin State Journal, some ALRC members have extreme concern about Bennett's, and they're debating about whether to handle this. This ain't over, Bennett's.
No. You still have to deal with this.
I think they have to investigate what's behind the tarp.
Yep.
Jay, I think take this behind the tarp.
You got to get underneath that tarp.
Start behind the tarp and work your way back from there. The The city council has to approve license renewals, and there are meetings next week. And the city's attorneys are worried that they won't have time to schedule a non-renewal hearing between now and then. The only other option would be to hold a hearing later this year to revoke Bennett's license. But I'm sure Bennett's not going to do anything untoward.
No, he's going to fly the straight and narrow from here on in, this guy.
Here's the thing. I really need to hear plans, ideas, and what they're going to do to make it a good business that follows the law every single day. You ain't hearing those plans.
Yeah, they don't have
those plans. Don't exist.
They don't think that way.
Maybe they can read off some of the 8,000 porn titles they have. That's as close as they can get to plans for how this bar is going to try and be a good, upstanding bar. Show them a clip from Dirty Catholic High School Debutantes. Maybe you got some from that.
There you go.
Will that coax you guys into another renewal?
No.
Again, this event happened and everyone in the bar could have kept their mouths shut, but a few people said it was a live sex show, and now we're sitting here.
Here we are.
They had to post it on social media, and by social media, you know it was Facebook, because no one who goes to a bar in the morning is on anything more advanced than Facebook.
Yeah.
They had to. Nobody from Bennett's is on anything more. There's like one guy on Facebook.
Facebook is a notch away from that button you push when you need to call the police because you're sick, because you don't know.
Life alert?
Yeah.
Joseph Klein, the attorney representing Bennett's. What if you're the attorney representing Bennett's?
Oh, boy.
Said the bar had only held that one event and that the strippers wouldn't be doing an encore ever. The Journal added that Klein was totally unaware that Bennett's had received a previous cease and desist, even though he was their attorney at the time. So this guy's not doing his job.
Or lying straight through his lawyer teeth.
Try defending what goes on behind the tarp. You can't. The fate of Smut and Eggs seems to hinge on whether they believe that Bennett's will listen to the city's, or that whether the ALRC will listen to the city's attorneys who suggest that they're a repeat offender, the city's attorneys, or Bennett's attorneys who say this was just a one-time thing.
Right.
This is it.
This is what it all comes down to.
Licking whipped cream off strippers right now feels like it's breaking socially distanced orders, right?
Yeah.
But it's Wisconsin.
Can't lick through a mask.
But it's Wisconsin, where the Supreme Court again voted against their governor's stay-at-home thing. So maybe the Supreme Court of Wisconsin can vote that if you lick food off a stripper and you're in a bar and eggs are being served, then you're okay.
Yeah, maybe that's their sort of prerequisite.
You're supporting local businesses.
Right.
Feels like a landmark ruling is about to happen right here. Smut and Eggs isn't even, in my opinion, makes sense. I don't even know what that is. I don't like, what's it a word play on? Hammies and eggs, maybe? Over easy girls and eggs? Porn beef hash?
Porn beef hash that's what it should have been.
Porn beef hash. Come on.
Why, in 5 minutes, we've come up with so many better names than your
Porn
Smut
beef
and
hash. That's what it should be. Good luck to you. Don't get greedy. You can do what you want. We're not saying you can't do it.
We're not saying don't show the porn. We're saying maybe don't have a live sex show.
There you go.
And we're saying
be smart now and don't have people licking things off of other people currently in this climate.
And stop saying you're better than a gay bar. You're not.
You're not. Gay bar way better than you. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll do one more story. We love you guys. We'll see you on the other side of the break.
Hey guys, want to talk to you about something that's very important right now and feels even more important in light of what's been happening on top of the virus.
Yeah.
So we have a global pandemic that's causing anxiety. We have
other things,
civil
in the news
unrest that's causing even more anxiety. This is the time to get support if you need it. That's why I'm very thankful that we have the sponsor, Talkspace. They are committed now more than ever to mental health. We just finished Mental Health Awareness Month, but that doesn't mean we still aren't all about
it. Every month.
Every month of every year should be it. We know now, if you're quarantining alone, you need an outlet of someone to talk to. If you're quarantining with your family and you need a break or a connection to someone outside of it to talk about what's going on in your house, trust me, I know my wife is a therapist and she Her business is booming right now, mainly because people are needing to reach out and connect. And these guys have found a way to do it for you. They have therapists who are
what they're doing is they're expanding the ability to reach them on a regular
so
basis.
you can do it from the safety of your
own. Basically, you can get the support of a licensed therapist from your own home. You can reach out from your device whenever something's on your mind. So you can send your therapist text, audio, picture, video messages from your phone or computer 24/7 as much as you need to. Everything happens with Talkspace's secure platform, all on your schedule. What they do is they match you with a licensed therapist based on your needs and preferences. They have thousands of licensed therapists trained in over 40 specialties, including right now the things that I think are most important: anxiety, depression, relationship issues. Of course, there are other issues that are important, but these things are really affecting a lot of people. Once you're matched, you can start the very same day, which I think is really important as well. Bottom line is you deserve support. You don't have to struggle on your own. Your Talkspace therapist can be there and be your dedicated support system, there to help you feel healthier and more empowered, especially in these uncertain times as we described.
Times, yes.
As a listener of this podcast, you can get $100 off your first month of Talkspace. That's a great deal.
Yep.
To match you with your perfect therapist, just go to Talkspace.com or download the app. Make sure you use the code Sklar to get $100 off your first month.
That $100 off your first month, that lets them know that we sent you. It's a great beginning for something.
And it shows
like this.
support for our show. That's Sklar at Talkspace.com. All right, welcome back to the show. I want to remind everybody that this Thursday night, God, do we need a little bit of a laugh?
Yes. If you want to take a break from this madness,
it will all be there for you after an hour and a half of our comedy show. Ben Glebe is going to do 10 minutes at the top. Daniel Van Kirk is going to do 20 minutes of a guest set. You don't want to miss it. And then we're going to do probably about 50 minutes, do a headlining set. So it'll be about hour 20, hour 30. It's going to be a blast. And it'll be something that we all need. A little bit of a release to laugh a little bit. You can just exit your own thoughts and worries in that moment, recharge, and then plunge back into society as you will. We've already sold about a little
200
over
tickets.
200 tickets.
Yeah.
So it's a little over half sold top of this week, which means all the VIPs are sold and all the initial tickets are sold. So $15 tickets left. Go to eventbrite.com, look up Night of a Thousand Sklars, and you can get your tickets for that.
Let's try to sell it out. I mean, there's
to.
about 190 tickets left.
We can do it, guys.
Yeah, and they're going about, 30 a day. So I say, let's get on it. We got a couple days left.
Yeah, you never know. So we'd love to sell it out. We'd love to just see all of you guys on there and hear you listening. That's the beauty of it. It's
it's human connection. And
right now, it's going to be a 200-person Zoom call. If we can get 190 more people there, it'll be almost a 400-person Zoom call. We can hear your laughter. It's going to be a blast. Thursday night, 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern time. Hopefully, we'll see you there. And we just got a bunch of our stuff digitized that we found from our old archives.
Stand-up.
Go to our YouTube page, Sklarbro Country, subscribe to it, and you can see a bunch of this old stuff. We're going to start posting it all up. All right, should we get into this?
Let's do it.
All right. Finally, not everyone liked high school.
Well,
right?
everyone went to high school. I wouldn't say that everyone looked back on it with
Well,
fond
if you're one of
memories.
those people who peaked in high school, I feel sorry for you now. I mean,
if those were the best years of your lives,
that's Randall Pink Floyd said that as he blazed up a joint on the 50-yard line with Wooderson. If these are the best days of my life, then kill me now.
yeah.
See, a lot of people look at high school as the worst time in their lives, and it's what motivates a number of people, I think, to come back to their 10, 20, 30, 40-year reunion.
Yeah, just to show people how much better their lives have become
You
since
thought
that
I
time.
sucked. This is my revenge.
Look at
just
who
to
I am
show
now.
you.
You guys stayed the same.
This is how good looking I got. This is my hot husband. This is my hot wife. I'm successful. I'm running this. And look at you. You peaked in high school. Like there is the Schadenfreude aspect.
Yeah.
Is more important than just sitting around and getting drunk with old people.
Sure,
right?
and people hold those high school grudges for a long time.
Oh yeah. It's gonna feel better when you do that. Okay. And like, why are people wearing jean jackets over?
Yeah.
Why are people wearing jean jackets over their tuxedo jackets?
So we used to
That's
say,
where we went to high school.
We used to say our high school colors were two-toned acid wash.
Yep, acid and wash. All right, let's jump into this story. Miramar, Florida. Miramar police have made an arrest on Memorial Day, a Memorial Day vandalism spree inside a Miramar high school of a man caught on surveillance video trashing the school wearing, you ready for this, Jay? A hat, headphones, and nothing else.
Just a hat and headphones.
Hat and headphones. That's where he was.
Jeez.
Look, he
what
wanted
was
to
he
keep
listening to?
Yeah, he wanted to keep
Sheena Easton.
There you go. He wanted to keep the sun off his face, and we all get that. All right.
It's like a naked Steve Bartman.
He needed something to listen to while he was trashing the place. I can't get mad at that. But what's he listening?
like Steve Fartman.
Yeah, what's he listening to though? What's
I
it
said
on?
Sheena Easton.
If it's just headphones, is it just those gigantic headphones
that have that are radio onto themselves,
have an antenna coming up out of
those
it?
Would be amazing. What did he do? Like, how? What is his thought process?
So when you're naked and trashing a school, people are probably going to be like, they're probably going to stay 6 feet away from you. So you will be socially distanced.
Yeah.
Police said that it was 21-year-old Matthew Crandall who vandalized rooms, walls, hallways, all while he was naked. 21, so he probably just graduated.
like this year.
Something tells me
Old Matty Crandall made a visit.
Old Crandy was held back a grade or 3. Crandall of North Fort Myers broke in around 7 a.m. 7 a.m. So this is an all night. Now we're gonna do this. Is how we're gonna
the
end
of his crazy night.
And spent nearly 24 hours smashing. He spent the whole day trashing televisions, computers, causing flooding in the hallways and other areas of the school. A school custodian discovered the damages.
So now this guy has to
This
deal
guy's
with your
got to clean up.
nonsense?
Again, I get that you hated high school.
Yes.
Right? A simple "this school sucks" mowed into the football field.
Yeah.
That'll grow back. A giant penis on the base in the
Yeah.
outfield. That's funny. Mow that in there. The grass will grow back.
Put some grass killer out there and do whatever shape you want to do.
There you go. We would have also, like I said, it's fun and it's flexible. It's not going to be. It's not permanent.
Right. And it also, you're not costing the school thousands and thousands
So
of dollars.
he's charged with burglary and criminal mischief. I don't know if ruining several computers and TVs feels like more intense.
You got to pay him back.
Flooding. If he put bubbles in the toilet and flushed them, that's funny.
Okay.
All right.
It's a prank.
That's criminal mischief.
Right. So what he's doing feels very mean.
Right.
What is known as a prank is stupid, but also an attempt to be funny.
Also, if he dresses in the mascot outfit, that's funnier.
Makes it funny.
That more fun.
Solid.
Now that he's naked, you don't know whose teacher's mailbox he stuck his junk in.
Right.
And just rested it.
You got to look back at the relationship.
You got to douche the teacher's lounge in a way
Yeah.
that you've never douched it before, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It is not known if Crandall had some affiliation to the high school. Wait, what?
Oh, I'd say he probably does.
He has to have gone there,
Unless this guy is
or
just-
the rival school. That could be his rival school. There is no way this is a random.
Do we even have a rival in our high school? Who is our rival?
Parkway Central, Parkway
Maybe.
West.
But they weren't in our conference.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's
Parkway
the
South
thing.
was in our conference.
Were they?
They were in our conference.
Oh, okay.
Too many details about this that make it like a crime of passion.
Right.
Who looks at a high school that they didn't go to and says, I got to get naked and for 24 hours just destroy the place?
Yeah, I don't know.
You know who does that? Crandall.
Yeah,
Old Crandy. Old Crandy.
Oh, the Crandy man can.
Oh, the Crandy man can. I'm sure Crandall was only referred to as Crandall from the 7th grade on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Crandall, quick grabbing your ass out there in the outfield.
I bet people didn't even know his last name at his school. I bet people in his
Didn't know his first name.
I bet people didn't know his first name in that school. I will bet you that people in his family don't know his first name.
Yeah, I bet you when he was called up to graduate when he was 20, they said, Crandall,
And he
get
gets
up
up.
here and get your paper.
I bet his mom called him Crandall, and
Probably.
that's her last name too. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's definitely not her last name.
That's a level
She's
of
divorced.
exhibitionism that also cannot be overlooked.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? The need to want to do. I can understand to want to do it, but the need to want to do it naked. It just feels like
It's fulfilling some other kink or quirk.
Well, wasn't
inside
it
of
the
him.
thing that the fear is you wake up and you're late for school and
you're
you're giving a
naked.
speech and you're naked? It's
Yeah.
like all those things rolled into one.
Right, he's
In-
combined it into one. Maybe he's trying to
in
address
any
his
of
fears, his
and
greatest fear.
maybe in any event, he did not believe that there would be cameras there.
Oh, at a
At a
school?
school, why would they?
So weird
You
that
know,
they
why
would-
would a school have any cameras? This
Security
is a,
cameras that
By the
now
way,
exist everywhere.
This is a school in 2020. This isn't like a bank in 1940.
Yeah.
Like there are
There will be
cameras,
cameras everywhere. Yes.
catching everything that everybody's doing. But the old Crandy man can.
Crandy man tried.
See, but it looks stupid. And he's like a one-man looting right now of this high school.
Yeah, he's a one-man looting machine.
Yeah.
But was he?
Idiot.
Was he? Am I wrong to say that he was voted most likely to loot his own school?
That he might
When
have
he
been.
was a senior?
He might have been. All right, there you go. That's a show. Got up on the soapbox at the beginning of this episode. To those who didn't want to hear it, we apologize. But to those who, to everybody else, which is I'm assuming the majority of people, thank you for letting us speak our mind. We love you guys. We love all people.
We'd love to see.
We start at the point of love. If you disrespect that and you
if you put on the headphones, take off all your clothes, and start wrecking your school,
you're gonna get
we're
it.
gonna dock you some points.
You're gonna get it from us. But in the meantime, we say to the rest of you, love and respect people. Punch a water faucet, then go wash your hands. Stay connected, though stay socially distant. Even if you're protesting, do it peacefully. And we'll see you tomorrow.
La-ti-da, la-ti-da-ti-da-ti-da, la-ti-da-da.